Hello everyone, welcome to Eckhart Yoga. My name is Aki Omori. Today, I'd like to share with you something quite playful. I call this yield and a push of the upper limbs, the hands. I'm going to put it very simply. But anyway, so the gravity comes through and it moves through us. So right now, gravity is moving through me and then kind of going down through my pelvis, down into the floor and into the ground to the center of the earth. That's incredible. But anyway, I'd like you to sit down. Just find maybe cross-legged, or you can, kneeling is actually quite good for this one. I might change my position in a minute. Now, I'd like you to just look at the floor in front of you, just looking at this space, and then just placing your hands where you feel fancy, and then let go. And then just find another spot, put your hand there, or hands there, just leaning into it, and then come back. Find another spot. No rules, putting your hands there. So you look at where you put your hands on, and then come up, okay? And this time finding another spot probably right in front of you, and then placing your hand there. And I'd like you to begin to lean into it, so you can actually feel the weight going through your hands into the ground, so you're leaning. So you can feel the gravity going down through your hands into the ground. But I'd like you to now imagine the gravity also can feel from underneath you. So it's gravity is filling up from the underneath your hands, from the floor, filling up the hands. And as you experience the gravity filling up from the underneath, there's a feeling, there's a certain feeling in the sensation in your hands that they're kind of filling up. And then let this impulse move out through the arm. And let this impulse move out through the arms. Let it move through the gateway at the shoulder and let it enter your shoulder girdle. And then probably sending into the midline of the body, center of the body. And you notice, through your experience, your body will lift. So if I come to kneeling, so I can go into a little bit more movement. So I'm going to place my hands in front. And then just literally leaning into it so my hands are heavy. But if you imagine that gravity is also filling up from underneath you, and as they fill up, let the impulse move up through the arms, enter the shoulder joints, the gateway there, and let it enter the shoulder girdle. And you're just really beginning to lift. So if you take your legs a little bit further back, from there you can just lift your knees. You continue to allow the impulse to move through the gateway at the shoulders and let it enter the spine, front of the spine. And then coming down. So you're still filling up from underneath. So you're yielding, which is active giving of the weight. And then from there you can push. And then when you push, you let the impulse move through all the joint spaces, all the tissues, and support the body. So the lifting becomes really effortless. And you really feel the real connection with the earth. You're not alone. Even when you think, oh, forget the gravity, I can do it without, it would not leave you alone. So you might as well learn to be with the gravity. Let's play one more thing. So the same thing, placing hands rather in front of you. So you're coming up on all fours. Toes are probably turned under. Leaning into your hands. Feel the gravity going down first. Through the palms of your hands and the fingers. And let it fill up from underneath. Great. So impulse beginning to come up through the arms, through the shoulder joint, gateway of the shoulders, entering the center. And then I'd like you to begin to press the fingertips first. And then pressing your fingers. And then pressing the palms of the hand. As if you're trying to leave the impression of your hands into sand. And then let your legs lift. Continue to allow the impulse to move through the joint space. And then let it move all the way to the tail. And then when you had enough, come down. So play with those images, leave an impression of the hands to sand or clay, or just filling up the gravity underneath. And your down dog will never be the same. And you find out your relationship, discover the relationship with the earth, which is yummy. Great, enjoy. Thank you.